So, hello everyone. Like, it's a last test match, fifth test match of Ashes 2025-2026. Australia have secured the Ashes 3-1, but WTC points are at stake. Australia is at number one position. England way behind. Number six, if I'm not wrong. Still a long way for them to catch up and make it to the top two. But it's important test match, especially for Usman Khwaja, who is finally retiring. They deliberately said finally retiring because he's already 37. Like, don't know why he prolonged his career even after when David Warner retired. We will discuss all about Baz and Stokes as well. Like, will they continue or not? Because a lot of reports are coming that they might be switched or changed. The duo, मतलब टाटा में हो सकता है, उनकी जुदाई हो सकती है. No offense, but Ayan, we will first get to you. Do you think England can make a comeback because they won at MCG? They won at Boxing Day Test match. Very happy, all the players. Even Stokes has said that if we can win the fifth Test match, then it's like an Ashes victory for us. Like, too much optimistic, Ben Stokes. I haven't seen Ben Stokes like this much optimistic. Like, he wants Bash to stay. We have done a lot of things together. Like, ये तो मतलब छोटे बच्चे की जिद रहती ना, मुझे यही खिलौना चाहिए, मुझे यही चाहिए, नाना चाहिए, नानी चाहिए, मतलब वही चाहिए, मुझे बैच ही चाहिए. What do you say?
Yes, definitely England has a chance. I mean, they'll be confident after that MCG win that they won that game in 2 days, 2-day test match at the MCG. They'll be very much confident of beating Australia. And there's no reason why they can't beat Australia. Saying so, it is also an important test for both teams. WTC points at stake, as you said, and England are playing for pride. They're trying to make it 2-3. As far as Australia goes, they're trying to win for 4-1. And more than 4-1, they want to give a fitting farewell to Usman Khwaja. That will be a fitting farewell to him. So that will be the thing. See, England, whatever you say, I don't see the management changing. I don't care about the reports. Stokes has himself said that I can take this side to greater heights only with Brendan McCullum. I can't see anybody as his coach. Stokes has himself said, and I don't see the management changing now. Since if they were, yes, if the whitewash was on the cards and 5-0 would have happened, I would have said yes, maybe McCullum would have got the boot. But now with 3-1 and possibility of 3-2, and even if it is 4-1, I don't see the management changing, to be honest with you. So I feel the same management will stay. I think Australia will fancy the chances in Sydney because Australia has a better record in Sydney than they do in Melbourne. I mean, if you look at all the matches that has been played, if you compare Melbourne and Sydney since 2011, Australia has a better record in Sydney than Melbourne. So definitely Australia has a chance. Let's not forget weather could play a big factor in this test match. There is rain forecast on day 1, day 2, and maybe on day 5 also. I'm not so sure. I was just checking the weather radar. It's really dodgy. So that can play a part, and we might have the same scoreline that the Border Gavaskar Trophy ended last year or last season. That it was 3-1 in favor of Australia. That scoreline can also remain. So let's not rule that out. Saying so, I'm going to give Australia the edge for the simple reason because I don't think Australia will be complacent now. At the MCG, like I mentioned in my review video also, that they were complacent and that's why they lost. They batted really badly. This time they won't be complacent because they will want to give a fitting farewell to Usman Khwaja. So taking all into consideration, I'll give Australia a slight edge, but England definitely has a chance. They have again lost another bowler. Gus Atkinson has been ruled out. So it will be either Matthew Potts or Shoaib Bashir playing, but I think it'll be Potts because I just heard the pitch has a green top. 7 millimeters of grass has been left on the pitch at the SCG, not 10 like MCG. So
Yeah,
there is another factor to take into consideration.
One.
So yeah, so I'm going to go with Australia, but I'm going to give England an equal chance also. Man, if they get it right and if Australian batting fails, then England has a chance. But overall, Australia slightly ahead in my view.
Yeah, they have experimented with Jacob Bethel. He played a good innings in the second innings. Like, when the target was a tricky 175, he scored well. And they have the talent. It's not like they have 16 to 18 county teams. Talent की तो कमी नहीं है उनके पास. But like, this is the test for McCullum. If he can win this test match, he will stay. Because see, the likes of Telegraph, the likes of Wisden, they're already planning 18 months ahead. Like, the next Ashes 2027, which is in England, just after the WTC final. England is not going to make it. It will require a Herculean of effort if England makes it to the final of WTC. But now the thought process is like we will focusing of Ashes 2027. Like, for them, my personal suggestion to Mr. our ICC chairman Jai Shah is that please make a World Cup for Ashes so that England will be happy that they won a World Cup. in the form of Ashes, because they focus on that only. They just don't care for any other series, whether it's India. No, no, they played like against India somewhat somewhere or the other, but it's only Ashes. Now we'll get back to Harsha. So Harsha, do you think like England can continue the winning momentum? But personally, if you want to ask me, like I want to see 100 of Joe Root in England, sorry, in Australia, and also Ben Stokes, because these two guys are not coming in 2029, not by any means. They're already 34, 36, 37, whatever you say, more than mid 30s. Do you see a 100 coming from Joe Root's bat?
Yeah, basically we can see that there are so many more chances to get, but as you can see past history, there is only one maiden century by Jairut in the Australia, so that might be typical and thinking also must be an out of the box. But we can think that he can also do maiden century, another second century in Australia according to the previous batting. Like he's in very good form, like we can see in past two matches, like and but is not that good playing in Australia compared to all the past stats and everything. And we can see that Australia is very good in Australia, and another thing in England is going with the baseball thing, and that was the worst thing that have been they have made plan for the team, and that is going very bad way for the England team. That made a bad wins for England and making Australia to win it. But basically, Australia can easily win in their Australia pitches, and this baseball thing is worstly is making decisions and taking Ollie Pope as a number three batsman. The one good thing England has done is removing Ollie Pope and taking Jock Bethel as trying new things in the number three spot, and that has been working. So the basically the fourth match is won by England. And coming to Jared century, there might be 50-50 chances to make another second century in Australia.
Yeah, even Matthew Hayden also said that he will run in that way. I'm not taking that word, but he didn't do that. I'm not telling like he should do. It was quite an obscene statement by Matthew Hayden. But at least Jurut has the different technique. He only managed 150 plus score, and like that's it. Like England badly missed Johnny Bairstow. Don't know why Bairstow didn't pick him, and also Luke Wright, the national selector, and Rob Key. He's this kind of player who could have that the courage to bat well. But England went with Harry Brook is there, Will Jacks. Shoaib Bashir didn't play all the four test matches, and now he's. I don't think Shoaib Bashir has been named. If you because they've named the playing 11 as well, Ayan, and we have seen that they have that overconfidence, self-confidence. We can also say for a moment that they named the squad 2 days before playing 11. Literally, we can. They have that confidence. Paz. And if you look at the England's team, no, there is Jeetan Patel, who is of Kiwi, Marcus Trescothick, former England opener, Baz is there, Team Saudi is also there, if I'm not wrong. He's the fast bowling consultant coach, something like that. Like McCullum has got all the Kiwi in the English setup. I mean, seriously, that's a really confusing thing. Like how ECP has agreed to everything. So yes, we have got Abhijeet. Now, Abhijeet has come after quite a few months. So Abhijeet, what do you think? Like will we able to see Trav ball? I mean to say Travis Head, who's been a very good form, 2 centuries in 4 test matches, and opener now, and also Jake Witherell is also there. Middle order looks good. Cameron Green, B Webster can make a game come back into the game. There's also Todd Murphy. Still happy headaches for Australia. They have won the Ashes, retained it. But seriously, Pat Cummins played one test match. He took important wicket of Joe Root and he said, "My work is done. Smith, you take over now." They have got a ready-made captain in the form of Smith. कोई बात की टेंशन ही नहीं ना, आराम से एंजॉय करो. Pat Cummins is still in the dugout talking with everyone, team meetings. So a very good time to be a Pat Cummins. What do you say?
So first of all, actually, that's the beauty of Australian cricket team. Now, if one player goes out of the team for or an injury or anything else, there's always a better player to back him up or to fill his shoes. Like जब मिचेल स्टार्क out of the form जाते हैं तो फिर स्कॉट बोलैंड आते हैं, वो विकेट्स लेते हैं. तो एक ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम हमेशा एक मतलब एक बहुत ही पैक्ड और एक वेल बैलेंस टीम रही है. और ऑस्ट्रेलिया को इन टेस्ट में हराना वो तो हमेशा से एक बहुत बड़ी अचीवमेंट्स रही है हर टीम्स के लिए। और वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स दैट थ्रू आउट दिस एशेज सीरीज, जो कल भी अगर मैच है तो वो मैटर नहीं करता, बट जो थ्रू आउट एक चीज नोटिस की गई है, जो यान ने भी बोला कि अगर बाई चांस इंग्लैंड विन अनदर टेस्ट, if it goes for a 3-2, the management of Brendan McCallum will not be questioned. But I think it will be questioned because when they introduced baseball in this Test cricket, in this Test cricket, they thought it would be a revolution. They thought कि बैट्समैन ओडीआई माइंडसेट के साथ रन बनाए, सिक्सेस मारे, चौके मारे, और सिंगल्स रोटेट, मतलब स्ट्राइक रोटेट करने पे तकलीफ नहीं रखे, बस रोटेट करते रहे। बट ये एशेज हो या इंग्लैंड या इंडिया इंग्लैंड सीरीज हो, यहाँ पर हर टाइम इंग्लैंड की पूरी टीम को ये बताया गया है कि आपका बैट्सबॉल इज नॉट सक्सेसफुल और इसको चेंज करना बहुत जरूरी है। एंड अगर बाय चांस ऑस्ट्रेलिया वो मैच हारती है, नेक्स्ट मैच जो होने वाला है एशेज का, तो आई थिंक Brendan McCallum and its team should reconsider their approach towards this Test cricket. I think they should bring back their old Test cricket uh, mindset they used to play with. And I think एंड फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मेरे को नहीं लगता कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया ये वाला कल वाला मैच हारने के चांसेस उनके ज्यादा है, क्योंकि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल प्रॉपर एक ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम, जैसे अयान ने बोला कि दे आर ट्राइंग टू गिव अ बेटर सी ऑफ टू उस्मान ख्वाजा, a legendary batsman. So they will try to make that match way more intense for English side. And I think they will win if they focus on their batting, and they don't have very frequent batting collapses. So I think, and one of the most important factor that you said, Travis Head and Cameron Green are actually, and Todd Murphy and other Steve Smith and other players are also present in that Australian squad. So I think batting collapse अब नहीं होना चाहिए, और ना हो तो वो ज्यादा बेटर है। एंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया को ये मैच जीतना भी चाहिए, क्योंकि उस्मान ख्वाजा जैसे प्लेयर को एक प्रॉपर सी ऑफ मिलना भी जरूरी है। एंड आई थिंक दैट्स फ्रॉम माई साइड। पर ऑस्ट्रेलिया इंग्लैंड को इस एशेज सीरीज से इतना पता लग जाना चाहिए, चाहे वो आने वाले एशेज के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो या कोई और टेस्ट क्रिकेट के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो, कि उनके बैट्सबॉल की जो मेंटालिटी है, उन्होंने उनको कोई रिजल्ट नहीं दिया है, तो दे शुड ट्राई टू कीप try to figure out a new approach, or should go back to their old approach. I think that's from my side.
No, but if we look at the statements of Rob Key, he has said that they have won 25 test matches, which is a very good record. But if you look at that, no, they played against West Indies, they played against Sri Lanka in home conditions, and they think that they conquered the world, but they lost against Pakistan, India. Like, look, Baz has been the head coach since 2022. It has been now 4 years officially. He has another got 2 years, like 2027, 6 to 7 years tenure. Like, seriously, ECB is paying him so much in pounds, like off the record as well, no doubt about it. Like, so much power in the selection and everything. I mean, wow, Beckham, he openly said he loves to travel the world now with England as a England head coach. I mean, that's another vacation. Come on, let's go to New Zealand, my hometown. Come on, let's go to Australia. Enjoying with the lad, bring the best out of them. Like, wow, what a investment! Like, for 5 to 6 years to become the head coach of a national cricket team. Now both the formats, three formats. It's wow, and he's got the backing. Like, ECB won't sack him no matter what. I mean, just as Ayan said, even if it is a 4-1 or 3-1 or 3-2, 3-2 हो गया तो चांदी चांदी हो गई। क्या लगता है तुम्हें आयुष? मतलब बेसबॉल दिखा दिया उन्होंने एमसीजी में हरा के, लेकिन वो कितना, दिल्ली बहुत दूर है अभी, मतलब तुम डोमिनेट नहीं कर रहे हो, ठीक है। बेसबॉल, look, even India used to play in such fan manner when Vivek Lakshman, Sachin Tendulkar, Dravid used to be there in 2008 to 2011, if you remember, and Australia did that before in 2003 to 2006. It's not like that a hype one, but due to the social media, that buzz and everything, baseball got reinvented, and that the buzz. But results ही नहीं मिल रहे, तो क्या कहोगे? मतलब आप, आपको लगता है इंग्लैंड कमबैक कर पाएगा? 2-3 जाएंगे घर पे, चलो खुशियां मना के जाएंगे। गम तो बहुत है, लेकिन खुशियां भी कम नहीं है। क्या कहते हो आयुष?
जब ये सीरीज स्टार्ट हुआ तब ऐसा लगा कि इस बार का जो एशेज है वो थोड़ा चेंजेस लाएगा, क्योंकि 2025 है, तो हर अनएक्सपेक्टेड चीज को एक्सपेक्टेशन में चेंज हुआ। जिसका ट्रॉफी ड्रॉट था वो भी, उनके भी सपने साकार हुए, जो पहली बार जीता उनके भी। तो ऐसा लगा कि इंग्लैंड इस बार देगा, वो टफ फाइट देगा, जैसा इंडिया 2 बार दिया था ऑस्ट्रेलिया में। पर हुआ उसका ठीक उल्टा। 3-1 अभी स्कोर लाइन है, जिसमें से एक मैच ऑस्ट्रेलिया हारा है। एक ऑस्ट्रेलिया की एक ऐसी टीम है जो एक दिन बुरा आएगा, बाकी किसी को अगले दिन आसपास भी नहीं लगने देंगे। वो था उनका बॉक्सिंग डे टेस्ट मैच, बैड पैच। लेकिन कल वाले मैच में, वो आसपास में वाले मैच में तो कहीं आसपास भी लगने नहीं देंगे। अब सवाल होता है जो रूट का, कि जो रूट का क्या है। जो रूट, मैंने पहले भी कहा था कि ये एक लिटमस टेस्ट है हर उन प्लेयर्स का, जो जो इतने लंबे टाइम से खेल रहे हैं, जिनकी सेंचुरी नहीं है, जो आउट ऑफ फॉर्म चल रहे हैं उनके लिए। उस्मान ख्वाजा, लास्ट टेस्ट मैच है जहां से अपना अपने करियर को की गाड़ी को आगे बढ़ाया था, वहीं अब उसकी गाड़ी उसी प्लेटफॉर्म पे वापस वापस आ गई। तो एटलीस्ट उस्मान ख्वाजा को चलना चाहिए, सेंचुरी बनाकर, एक कहते हैं ना, अच्छे नोट पे खत्म करे। तो वो उस अच्छे नोट पे उसको खत्म करना पड़ेगा। बहुत कम ऐसा होता है कि कोई खिलाड़ी अपने आखिरी इंटरनेशनल मैच में सेंचुरी मारे। वो, जहां तक लोगों को देखा, कोई 0 पे भी आउट हो जाता है, कोई 50 पे आउट हो जाता है। बहुत कम ऐसा देखने को मिलता है। कमिंग बैक टू द मैच, कायदे से ये वाला टेस्ट मैच आज खेला जाना था, 3 तारीख को। जेनुअनली जो आखिरी टेस्ट मैच ये लोग खेलते हैं, वो 3 तारीख से 7 जनवरी के बीच में खेलते हैं। लेकिन इस बार थोड़ा चेंजेस हुआ, 4 तारीख से इस मैच को कंडक्ट किया जाना है। होपफुली इंग्लैंड अपना गेम दिखाए और जीत के ही इस सीरीज को दी एंड दे। और अगर हार गया तो बहुत सवाल उठेंगे। सवाल उठेंगे बैस मैकैलम की कोचिंग पे, सवाल उठेगा बेन स्टोक्स की प्लेइंग 11 सिलेक्ट करने में, सवाल उठेगा हर एक की फॉर्म पे, चाहे बॉलिंग से हो बैटिंग से हो। तो सवाल तो उठना ही है। आप ये मैच जीतो हारो, आप ऑलरेडी सीरीज गंवा चुके हो, तो सवाल तो उठते ही रहेंगे। अगर आप जीतते तो फिर ये क्वेश्चन ही हट जाता ना, सवाल तो उनके साइड उठता है। लेकिन अब यहाँ उठेगा। तो ब्रेंडन मैकलम रहता है कि नहीं रहता है, ये ईसीबी तय करेगा।
Yes, ECB, in fact, Robert Key, who played not many matches for England, but he was quite a good county cricketer, played for a lot of long years. And he took over from Andrew Strauss, and now he's the managing director. Baz is there, Stokes is there, because recently Spin Cricket Info said that the end is near for Baz, because these guys know the sources very well. No, like what's happening in the ECB headquarters, like some leaks coming out here and there. So now we will get back to our, we often say Mr. Anup sir, our head coach. So, uh, who is already at MCG, waiting for the game to start. So you can relax a bit. We still have 4 to 5 hours. More than that, you can have a sleep, like all the Indians who will be waiting to get some rest. So what do you think? Like Australia can take continue the dominance, or it will be England who can go out and see 2-3, because Root, Stokes, and Harry Brook, like the middle order is quite a good but not a fragile one. Like last time, Root in Australia, Stokes in Australia, a happy ending for Stokes with a lot of pain, but the pain will only increase now. But if you look at now, England this time has got uh, New Zealand and Pakistan home test series, like 6 test matches, if I'm not wrong, quite easier as compared to India or Pakistan. So everyone will forget if they win 5 or 6 test matches. It's a happy summer for them in 2026. What do you think?
Yeah. So first of all, to correct you, Varad sir. So
Yes,
first of all, to correct you, Varad sir, it's not MCG, it's SCG. The
SC, yes,
match
sorry,
is
my bad.
the match is happening at Sydney Cricket Ground, and as Ayan has said, you can see behind me there are some cloud cover already onto the ground. So rain, as it is a prediction at the SCG ground, so rain might come to help England, I would say. But before going to England, let's dissect the Australians' thought. No doubt they are winning. they are winning handsomely. They have won the series already 3-1. They have already garnered important WTC points, what I said. But there are some, it's like when we say, when you win everything, whatever, there are some small hiccups in your side, that's unnoticed, or that is not addressed. The problems are not addressed. Now everyone is talking about Joe Root not scoring a century. Yes, he had a monkey on his back that he never had a century in Australia, which he took out in a pinball test in the second test match at Brisbane. So that monkey was off the bat that he had now at least one century in Australia. But now what about Steven Smith? Last time when Australia toured England for the Ashes, Steven Smith was their leading run getters. He scored centuries at will, and he scored centuries at will and was the chief destroyer for in that 2-2 series drawn, where he destroyed Jofra Archer, the main pacer of England's team. But now in Australia, in this overall Ashes series, which according to me is not up to the mark, because this is the most under par Ashes series, I would say. Because two tests getting over in 2 days means where nowadays everyone are saying that test cricket should get competitive, and at least we should get to see test matches around each test match up to at least not 5 but at least to 4 days. Matlab, in short, it's like 4 test matches should have ended in around 12 to 50 or around 15 days. 4 test matches have been ended up to 12 days only. And now tomorrow Sydney is the venue. So we never know how much duration this test match will have. Of course, that has to do with skills with players. But coming to Australia, Steven Smith is also not in that much of form. He has hardly got a half century. I remember at least one half century in this series, and nothing more than that. He is yet to score a century in the only batter who has scored century for Australia is Travis Head. 2 centuries for him. Marnus Labuschagne has a 50s to his name, but he other has not scored much runs. Then the most highly priced player in the IPL, Cameron Green. He is good. He has bowled overs. He has taken some wickets, but other than with the bat, he has been a total flop, because you see in MCG in the first innings, Michael Neser, their all-rounder bowler, he was the highest run getter in their first innings for Australia. So Cameron Green, the batter, has failed completely, and now Cameron Green will be next gearing up for the white ball T20 World Cup and all. So there are so many questions because as you see, Steven Smith, you see compare scores of Steven Smith and Mitchell Starc. Mitchell Starc has scored more runs than Steven Smith in this Ashes. That's a sad reality, because Mitchell Starc already has 250s in this Ashes back to back, in addition to his emphatic bowling. So questions are there in the Australian order. Yeah, Usman Khwaja, he was in speculation to 4 test he got a chance, he scored a 82. But after that, went for a height and then got out on a boundary to a false shot. Matlab, he couldn't convert his 82 into big score. Jet Weatherald as a opener, yeah, he might have done very well in Sheffield Shield. He got the opening slot, but he has failed to impress as a opener in this series as well. Few openings he has given, but he only has a single 52 his name. Means at a total over 8 innings, he is only one inning successful. Same with Steven Smith. So there are questions in the Australian batting order as well. Yes, their bowlers are winning than the rest, and these questions are not in this Ashes only. It's right from when the series Australian tour the West Indian shores as well. There was issues in the batting lineup. There, Bew Webster and Travis Head were bailing them out every time. Here, Bew Webster named that he got the chance only to play the test matches, but Travis Head is bailed them out 2 times, scoring a century. So there are not consistent scorers in the Australian way. And why I'm pointing this out, because now Australia was complacent in the last match. They lost the last match. But now they will be fully aware they can't afford to lose the final test match, because yeah, their next test series is with South Africa. 3 test matches in South Africa. And who won against Australia in the WTC final last time? It is Temba Bavuma, the unbeaten captain in Test so far. And if Temba Bavuma can beat Australia in England in their own territory, Australia can't undermine Temba Bavuma and his South African team. So for that, the Australia has to make sure their middle order fires, everyone fires at the right time. But that series is after the all the white ball series, but that would wait. But still crucial from WTC point of view. And in that case, Australia also knows that what some things might go up and down in the South African series. So they need to win the final test match to at least make sure that their top two position is secured in the WTC table. So for that's from Australian end. And certainly now Todd Murphy finally gets a chance to play at the Sydney cricket ground due to unfortunate injury to Nathan Lyon. Todd Murphy, but then the question lies, you had already won 3-0. Why not give chance to Todd Murphy in two tests? You develop new bowler, na? Why are you keeping Todd Murphy only for the Asian conditions? Like tomorrow you will tour Pakistan, Sri Lanka, India, you will bring Todd Murphy, play two spinners in the team. Why not give him chance when you have already won the series? Because your captain can experiment, plays due to not to aggravate his injury, play one test match and then go and race. Then why not your spinner, premier spinner? He got injured, na? He should have not played two test matches. He would have played three test matches, 3-0 Australia won. Nathan Lyon should have stayed back, given chance to Todd Murphy. But and this some tough calls also needs to be, even though they are winning, needs to of rotating the players needs to be taken, because you see, as you mentioned, if they all of them want to play the next Ashes, because as you see the ages of all their fast bowlers, Josh Hazelwood, Mitchell Starc, Pat Cummins, all are above 34. So they are susceptible to the injuries. Todd Boland, yes, he played nicely, and he already has played few test matches over the years. So he is one consistent bowler, but all these bowlers are about 34. So somewhere or the other, like Josh Hazelwood, he was no name in this Ashes because he was already struggling with injury. So Josh Hazelwood has missed the Ashes series. So this will happen in future as well. So you have to use our available new resources as well. Saying so, England has a golden chance to make it. So just imagine, I just feel for England because just imagine they had a chance to win the first test match after bowling out Australia cheaply in the first innings. But what they did, they had a chance to bundle out Australia in the second innings, but they made them score 280 runs under two sessions. So that's where it was a blunder. If England would have won the first test match, Ashes series was so much interesting that it would have been standing 2-2 by now, and the Sydney test would have been more interesting. But now it's just like a dead rubber, and England trying to gain points. Saying so, England, we have already, all of us has discussed, has issues in their batting lineup. Joe Root needs to fire up. Harry Brooke is looked as the next big things, but he doesn't go beyond 30s and 40s, which are tweet. He needs to convert those into tweet 70s, 80s, or even 100. Jamie Smith, the other talent, he has got tweet starts, but again, only a single 50 don't him. Only Zach Trolley has been the man who is been consistent enough at the top. Ben Duckett, I don't know why he is opening, because he again is out of form. So overall, England's team is like a model half-tooth chicken, you can say, in a model. Like it's like about cats in the pigeons only. Australia are like the cats in the pigeons only. And England really needs to pull their socks up, Stokes, and they would be uplifted by the win. But then target was only 175. You also mentioned that. And England also lost 6 wickets chasing 175 runs. So hardly, if the target was little more, England would have lost the fourth test match as well. So England needs to think about that also. And so let's see how the match go. And why, as you say, England has all the New Zealanders coaching staff, which like, okay, Baz Matham is a New Zealander. He took all his favorite people from New Zealand. But why the hell Jitan Patel is in the staff when England doesn't play any proper spinner? That's another question. But that's okay. Let's see what England brings onto the table tomorrow. Hopefully, they will put up a fight at least to sum up the Ashes 3-2. That will give happiness into their own squad. Otherwise, 4-1 also, England still will be happy because it's okay. We won one test match in Australia after so many 11 years. So that's also is like an achievement only for England. So England really doesn't care at the
Yes,
moment about any test cricket, red ball approach
yeah,
and cricket.
yes,
So it's
yes, I
okay.
understand.
Winning 4-1 is also good. So my prediction is Australia winning it, but England they win a fight also. So 80 Australia, 20 England. That's my take. Done.
Yes, entire world will be cheering for Australia to lose. That's a specialty. No one loves Australia. Everyone hates Australia. No, everyone is saying it Australia, but deep down, the heart, the mind, everyone is saying, "Come on, England, one last time, defeat these mighty Australians." But that's the beauty of Australia. We rule the cricket. We are the emperors. We have won so many trophies. Just a couple of years, no trophies, but we'll be back very soon. But yes, Australia next test series is against Bangladesh. August, two test match series, and then they are going to play
And
against
then South Africa.
South Africa, and then New Zealand, and then India.
No,
So both
no, Bangladesh no test series. WTC
yes, yes,
cycle it seems, but that's not included in WTC cycle.
No,
it
it
is
is included.
included. It is
It
included.
is
WTC,
included. It is included.
it is included. I saw the FTP and all the things. So
Four series they are playing.
yes, they will play.
Bangladesh, South Africa, New Zealand, and England. Sorry, India.
Yes, India in India, BGD 2027. That will be the last test series before the WTC final. But see, if Australia loses this test match, then New Zealand will top the WTC cycle because only 10 percentile difference is there. Because if you lose one test match, then 13 percentile goes down. So it takes a lot of effort to be on the top. If you lose, then it goes downfall ho jata hai. It looks like that. So let's see how it goes. Another early wake up for Indian cricket team fans. No, not Indian cricket team fans. Indian fans for Australia, just like me. Ayad will be awake by 4 only. He will see the toss and everything, and he will give me a call back. And see, Anup sir is already at SCG. He's just waiting. You can relax, sir, in the nearby hotel. Uh, I will give you all the details. No worries. And Abhijit, let's see how it goes. Abhijeet, Ayush, Harsha, Anup sir, like 4 aces in the video and one Harsha. But one thing is for sure, no matter what happens, some serious changes are around the corner. Not now, after the T20 World Cup. Because see, England is going to play T20 series against Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka. So Bass is going to stay. They are not going to remove him just like in one go. He will be there. Suppose if England wins T20 World Cup, then Bass' job is more secure than ever. But also it's going to be long test match. This one, rain is going to play a part. But see, last year when India played against Australia and SCG, there was no rain. The test match got ended in 3 days. It was a green top only. But I remember the article of Greg Chappell, not a great man, but a very good legendary cricketer. He said that there is lack of technique now for the modern batters. They are not just here to survive and grind it out. Everyone wants to dominate. So pretty harsh words were used by Greg Chappell in his article for ESPN Cricket Info. He said that you're playing for a legacy here because this Ashes, it's like way beyond 148 years ago. Like we weren't born, no doubt about it. We are just 20 or 30 years, but that legacy is so much deep. Play for that. Some harsh words and it was necessary. Even Geoffrey Boycott said, David Lloyd said, like they are not playing the test cricket. Everyone wants to entertain. Cricket is not entertainment. Test cricket is not at all. Baz, even look if you look at the Baz batting style in Test cricket, no, he used to take time before playing shots. He was not like, come on, ball one, special fours and sixes. It's a reverse kind of Baz ball for him and England team. So let's see how it goes. At Team Saudi, Ethan Patel, Marcus Trescothick, Baz. A lot of career is at the stake for the coaching staff as well. That's the beauty of England cricket team and Ashes. So let's see how it goes. So thank you, Abhijit, Harsha, Ayush. I think he's getting ready for the Ashes tomorrow. You can relax a bit, and Ayan is there. So thank you everyone. Stay tuned with us. India squad is also announced. We will talk about in that later in the later video when the test ODS is around the corner. But a disappointment for Ruturaj Gaikwad not getting a place even after smashing a century. Ishan Kishan also not getting a chance. So a lot of interpolitics, GG. Don't know who is the main who's calling the shots in Indian cricket team, but we know it's GG only. But let's see what happens tomorrow. We'll be continuing with our coverage, our analysis. Yeah, thank you everyone.